like, you know, no standard, like, you know, bans, you know, changing depending on maybe players and all that. So great stuff. Yeah, we see a Zentaro, Luna, and Asher against Juno, Dubu, and we'll see who that third one is very soon. It was Rune, excuse me. Yeah, exciting stuff. We got Stockton again on the right side in red, Ole Miss on the left, and yeah, coming out swinging already as Ole Miss is able to find a quick goal barrier.
Yeah, one thing I want to say, we've seen Zentaro twice now. Even we were all talking at the beginning of the day, we didn't expect to see that much Zentaro, but we've now seen Rasmus 3 times, we've seen Zentaro twice. Some of these newer characters are really starting to seem really good and really solid.
Yeah, that's a great observation. I did say before the show even started that I personally was not expecting to see much Rasmus, but Juno, Yachty on the Juno, able to find a good angle there to sneak past Asher goalie and put Ole Miss up 1-0 already.
Yeah, and I like so far the play styles of these two teams are going to be pretty entertaining to watch because Yachty and Start are both fairly, like, you don't expect kills too often, maybe more so on Rune, less on Juno, but also Dubu. Like, you're not going to see many kills come out from the side of Ole Miss, but Stockton is really going to be able to get this, like, pressure going. It's just going to be a matter of getting to that point in this game, as we see part of the reason why that Juno jumped. But the core flip coming out from Asher and able to open up a goal barrier.
Yeah, we've got 2 open nets here as core flips are coming out left and right. But yeah, I mean, we'll definitely need to keep an eye on how these teams adapt to, you know, each other's builds, right? You said it, that Stockton is looking to be a little more deadly, whereas Ole Miss won't be looking for as many kills. But you know, it's ultimately all going to come down to those awakenings that we've called out a couple times now. I mean, speak of the devil. Finding a pick on the Yachty and a wide open goal there for Pokemon Master Nick to squeak it by the Dubu, who was rolling at the core, but just a smidge too late, and we got a tie game here.
Yeah, Dubu's big boy. It takes him a second to get over there. But, I mean, we'll see. That's definitely, Dubu goalie is like a standard at this point. I do want to see, because it is so just like universally accepted, if there will be any sort of like crazy plays we see from the Dubu, like something like just small mechanical differences that might set him apart from the other players. But we do see, despite Stockton having the core on their side of the field for most of this, they're not feeling the pressure too much. It's a lot of passing back and forth.
For sure. So keep an eye on these core flips from Zentaro and Rune now. Dubu and Luna coming close. But that's another thing that I like about Stockton's team composition right now is that, you know, we've now said it a couple times, they don't feel as much threat of dying. And so they're going to get more core flips throughout the rest of the game because they're not using their energy on invades. Now we do find a pick onto Yachty again right as the net opens. Great core flip there from Start to interrupt it, but Dubu, now this may have gone unnoticed, Dubu actually used his core flip at the same time that Start did. So Dubu wastes his core flip, which could have been used right there, and that's a big miscommunication from Ole Miss.
It's very unfortunate, and it happens. You know, you kind of have to, you acknowledge, you brush it off, you move on, because we're still early in this series. It's unfortunate. Just fix that little bit of communication, and we'll be good from here.
Yeah, for sure. Something to keep an eye on, see if they can kind of adjust and, you know, adapt if that's going to be a common issue. I don't expect it to be, but certainly something to keep an eye on. But now we have 0 core flips from the side of Ole Miss as Asher has hers. Zentaro coming very close as he's looking for a lot of damage onto Rune, specifically Start on Rune. But Asher's core flip comes out. Asher with both goal barriers still up as Dubu fights for his life on his one remaining goal barrier. Lots of back and forth, but as yeah, there we go. We got one one goal barrier down, so now Asher can commit to that top goal barrier. As we've seen throughout today, and for any new viewers, the goal does not open up until you hit both goal barriers. So both teams with one remaining goal barrier, both teams with their remaining goal barrier on the top side of the map.
Yeah.
Let's see if either team can really make a play out of this.
Keep an eye on Juno.
Nice.
Has that core flip ready and willing. At this point, it may be smart. Oh my goodness, the missile coming out and taking out the rune. But the little blob comes out. Oh no. Oh, the core flip was used by Juno.
Oh, and just squeaks by Dubu again, just barely missing these roll timings to stop the core. And we see set number 1 go to Stockton, and Asher gets MVP. She will get first pick of these Awakenings, and now we start to see the builds come out that we were talking about earlier, right? Stockton is going to look to be more deadly. Stacks on Stacks is not actually what I was expecting from Asher. That's interesting. Specialized training going to Zentaro. That's fairly standard. Dubu going for Big Fish. That will help him make those saves that he couldn't make in this first game.
Two people opting for heavy impact instead of some of the other options.
Yeah, certainly some interesting picks. But, you know, such is the nature of this game, right? If we had different characters, maybe like an X would have loved that 1-2 punch or something, but we don't see an X in this game. You know, interesting stuff here. I mean, good adaptations.
Yeah, not a lot of consecutive hits on either side, but we do see now Dubu is starting to get pretty big. And we might even see it, like you mentioned, some of these goals might become just a little bit more doable. As we do see Yachty starting to keep the core forward a little bit, while Rune needs to sit back and get a little bit of his stagger back.
Yeah, what I have noticed throughout the day, most teams are favoring to play the top versus top goalpost defense. This is currently cross map. The diagonal cross map goalpost defense does seem to be a little bit harder for most teams, judging based off what we've seen today.
Yeah, that's a great observation. We haven't seen much of this yet, as we do see Asher's goalpost go down and the net will open. But yeah, it has frequently been goalposts remaining on the same side if it's 1-to-1. As we do see a core flip come out from Asher. Zentaro does still have his, but going to need to get that goal barrier down behind a Dubu, and that is a big goalie, so that is not going to be easy to accomplish. But we do see Juno drop a lot of her little blobs and not much come of it. Asher with a great save there, and lots of back and forth, but no real pressure yet.
Yeah, we do see Zentaro's looking a little low. We do see the special come out, throwing a lot at Rune. Both Zentaro and Rune have that core flip. Zentaro using it to open up Old Miss's goal. And now pressure's on.
And Zentaro just snuck that by Dubu's little barrel.
Nice hit in there by Rune from Old Miss.
Yeah, great use of the core flip there from both teams, really. Lots of good shots and great saves from Dubu. Asher just barely not able to find that one, and off a great angle from Rune, really. Yeah, I mean, good stuff just all around.
Ooh, double banish. We do see Zentaro start throwing out the abilities. And one goal post going down by the side of Stockton.
And we're back to this cross-map goal barrier that we haven't seen much of today. We do see Dubu's special come out to protect that whole side of the goal barrier. Oh, just sneaks past Asher, and we have an open net again. I don't think we've seen Stockton open up Ole Miss's goal first yet. And I would like to see a little more threat on the goal, but wow. Wow,
okay.
Core flips coming out from both goalies there. I mean, and another one coming from Luna, but she doesn't use it.
That was very good on the Asher to use that coin flip. There was a blob ready to take that core, but instead, Juno using that core flip, unable to hit the core, and we see our favorite little rocket engineer able to send that in.
Yeah, tied 1-1 now. Stockton up 1-0 in the series. See if Ole Miss can respond, but so far, I mean, lots of great defense from this Dubu, right? And I think a lot of it's coming from that Big Fish awakening that we saw him get between games. You know, making a lot of saves. Oh, not that one. But making a lot of saves that he wasn't able to make earlier. But now that his character model is literally bigger, he's able to reach a little farther and is making a lot of good saves, but right now has an open net. Needs to make a good save there, but not quite. Zentaro finds the angle, and Dubu just a little too small for that one.
Ooh,
Yeah,
look
and
at Centaur's HP.
So that was the first time that Stockton actually opened the goal of Ole Miss up first.
Yeah.
Judging from that, the tempo that Stockton needs to play towards is getting that goal post the goal of Ole Miss open, and from that they should be able to dictate how the game and at which speed the game is played.
Wow,
Goodness.
and a good pick onto Yachty again. Yachty keeps getting caught out, and I would like to see a little more, because we keep talking about, wow, another goal open first from Stockton. We have been seeing Ole Miss lock down their goal longer, but I mean, quick work of this Dubu. And Stockton goes up a quick 2-0 in this series.
Pokemon Master Nick is putting up a lot of pressure. We do see the MVP go to Asher again, Gar, able to get priority on this again. I don't know what we're going to see first.
Yeah, so we can already see Dubu hovering over Built Different, which is going to make him even bigger. I mean, that's exactly what we were just talking about last series, that, in the first game, he couldn't make a couple of those saves because he was just a little too small. He got Big Fish, got a little bigger. But we saw that very last one just squeak through. Had he been a little bit bigger, could have made that save. Well, here he is.
Jeez,
now
what
that
is
a large goalie.
That's a big hamster.
That is a large hamster for sure. We do see Dubu use his special on the opposite side and does let up a goal post there, or a goal barrier, excuse me. But well defending on this top goal barrier. I would like to see Ole Miss spread out a little bit more. We've seen a lot of great team play today. And I think what's fighting them is that they're kind of stacking up like this. And it's leading to Yachty getting caught out. It's leading to Dubu just kind of getting stuffed with nowhere to send the core, because if your teammates are all in one spot, like, the rest of the map is wide open for the rest of the team, or for the enemy team to control. So I'd like to see a little more spread out, but we do see Zentaro with a core flip ready. See if he's able to use it. A little bit of a spike there, but we'll let that slide. Core flip does come out from Asher, but well defended.
Centaurio has his. Ooh,
well defended on the other end as
special.
well. Yeah, Dubu special comes out and protects that one, but see if Stark can put together a play here. Wow, taking it in his own hands. That was a great play from Rune.
Yeah, starting off with the pass from Juno, ending up with Rune blinking from multiple points on the map and able to put up enough pressure on this Asher to get that goal. We're also seeing the level differential a little bit. It's not always normal to see the goalies in the level deficit. Usually those cores really, you're able to level up just a little bit faster than a lot of the other players.
Not quite.
Juno able to get it in there. But we're seeing Dubu just behind a little bit, and it might just be because he's had to keep up with so much pressure before. But now that he's getting a little bit of breathing room, maybe we'll see him return that level up.
Yeah, and that is a great point. I'm not quite sure how. Like, it's one thing to have a level discrepancy of like 1 or maybe 2 is like a bit of a rough day.
But 4?
4. I mean, like, how? I'm not quite sure how we got here. But either way, I mean, it's working for Ole Miss because they're up 2-0 in this game, and okay, if the rest of today has been any indication, Stockton needs to be a little nervous because this game is not over at all.
Absolutely. We do see Dubu does have the core flip, but opts not to use it. Using that body slam to just flop into the ground, save that goal barrier. Special coming out. Rune playing a little forward. Rune also having the core flip, but does blow the special. And now it's just a matter of seeing this diagonal sort of play style again.
We have 3, almost 4 core flips up. Everybody is probably about to use them all at about the same time. Asher should be coming up very, very soon. Juno's not very close, but I'm waiting for it. Oh, Dubu does let the goal barrier drop, so now, okay, core flip number 1. Core flip number 2. Dubu used his. So that is 3 down. Zentaro holding his. Oh, just
the bad
missed the angle. Oh, but Dubu goes down. Wow, great play from Stockton there to stay alive in this game. Dubu getting caught in the back of his goal. You can't be doing that with such a large character model.
Now, you brought up a good point. A lot of people just used it all at the same time. Juno, being a little bit off the tempo, is going to have it for this next goal, and it may make this difference so that we head into the fourth part of this set.
Yeah, and through all of that, Dubu did miss his core flip. He was interrupted by Luna, I believe it was, standing right in front of him. But his is very close to coming back up as we see the goal for Stockton open up, and see if Ole Miss can close the set and bring it to 2-1.
There's Juno's core flip open. Oh, but blown just a little too early.
Yeah, just barely missed.
If you are Stockton here, you are up 2-0 in the series. You do not want this to go to the next game. You want to close this out. You need to keep your momentum. You need to keep it, and you need to get 2 points in a row here. Yeah, will they be able to close it out here?
Yeah, we almost saw an opportunity there. We're seeing just a lot of pressure coming out from both sides. But again, we talked about pass game earlier, and we're not seeing too much of it. And yet, I get shut up by the Juno. Juno says, "Watch this! I can do this myself." And suddenly, we're heading into the fourth part of this set.
Yeah, great play by Yachty, and we go back to level discrepancies. Juno is level 10 right now. Juno is maxed out, which shocks me because Juno has been killed like multiple times.
Yeah.
So to be up in XP and scoring goals like that is very important to your team, saying, "Hey, I'm not bothered by all these kills, and like I will still be a team player. I will still pull my team ahead." But not quite yet, as they're just staying alive for now in this series, down 2-1 against Stockton.
Yeah, now here's a fun one for you. Monumentalist on Juno having 2 creation buffs. Look at the size of those blobs.
What is that?
Now, oh my.
That is big.
Yeah, now the other thing, Rune also got a really good upgrade for him because it increases how long people are banished for. That is going to make a huge difference because we've seen he's gotten multiple person banishes a couple times this game. It can make a world of difference as this continues, as Ole Miss's goal opens.
Yeah, and banishment is such a strong... Wow, Zentaro's dash is getting extremely long. I just noticed that, and I'm going to interrupt the thought that I was just about to say. That is going to be an important thing to keep an eye on, because Zentaro is extremely mobile. He can... his passive is that every time he uses his abilities and hits them, as we do see a banish come out there, he builds up the bar underneath his energy bar, and it turns into a dash, which is what we just saw there. And then he can dash again. So Zentaro is going to be all over the map here for these next, however long this game lasts from now on. And we do see a pick onto Rune there. Both nets open. See if Juno can look for a play. Yachty not quite able to. Luna just misses that. But we do see a core flip ready to go for Dubu.
Yeah, Dubu's playing on the safe part right now. And I will say, you bring up a good point on Zentaro's dash because Rune has been blinking around the map so much and has been capitalizing on a lot throughout this match. Now suddenly you have someone who's able to keep up as Zentaro gets a goal. And now we're starting to see the glory of these upgrades.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is exactly what we've been talking about with how these characters scale depending on how the game is going on. Zentaro has to be very happy with the awakenings that he has because they cater to his character very, very well. Whereas somebody who may have been picking late in the past couple rounds might be forced to use awakenings that don't do very much more. You said the Monumentalist one on Juno that makes her blobs bigger.
Yep.
Rune could use that equally as well with his... He creates a circular wall. Wow, good look to score there, but not quite able to get it in as it's well defended by Asher. And we do see an open net for Stockton, but one goal barrier left for Ole Miss. And Dubu locking this goal barrier down as Rune looks for the play, but isn't quite able to find it now. He will get beat up for it. Oh, never mind. Able to teleport out, excuse me. We have 2 core flips up for the side of Stockton, so I would like to see them use that to get this goal barrier, and ideally 3 core flips up for Stockton. Knock down this goal barrier and get it in. There's 1 down, not able to use it. Almost turns into a goal for. Oh, jeez, and that's another goal core flip down. Jeez, I cannot get my words about me right now, but Asher makes a good save there. And not quite,
nice
though.
shot from Ole Miss.
Jeez, tie this game up 1-1, and Ole Miss looking to stay alive in this series, man. Are we going to see another reverse sweep, guys?
Man, you said it, Chris. Who knows? This has definitely been a very exciting day, and we're only 3 games in. We still have a lot more coming. As I say that, though, the teams are trying to send this home. As we talked about, Juno's blobs are just so massive right now.
Yeah, just occupying a lot of space, and sometimes that's all you need.
Rune snatched up Asher's little EXP and health, just able to walk over, The orb able to make such a big difference, as well as he has the core flip. We may see it come into play here. There comes the special out from Asher. There's a little bit less pressure as long as you can find a good angle, but now Rune is staggered. Oh, but he's still dodging.
There's a core flip, but well defended by Zentaro, able to stall the ball in his special ability. Dubu does have his core flip, so I would expect that this goal barrier won't go down just yet. Rune does, unfortunately, with his banishment. That'll be a goal barrier, and we have an open net for Stockton as Rune is looking to punch it in. Not
my
quite
God.
able to. Jeez, that was dangerous core for Stockton, but well defended. I mean, I've said it a couple times, and I find myself repeating it. Asher is holding up here, but
nice shot from the Juno block.
I'm getting
Sending that in.
I'm getting real good at this whole caster curse thing. Right?
You really are, man.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of insane.
Yeah, Asher unfortunately finds 2 big ol' whips there, but
man,
you've got breathing room if you're Stockton. I mean, I hate to say it because, you know, again, based off, Zentaro could die. He's forced to use his core flip and finds a goal barrier out of it, and he will go down, but what looked doomed turns out to be a pretty solid play for Zentaro there.
Yeah, and I will say, good on him for using that core flip, because even if he went down and he didn't use it, that bar is gone. Like, you lose so much if you're taken out during these matches, so just getting that off before the little bit of chaos ensues was definitely the play. As we see just now, we're playing on the top side of the map for both goal barriers. It is able to get through, and now the projectile game, the ranged play, is starting to get a little chaotic.
Ole Miss has a window to tie this series right now with an open net up 2-1, and there it is. We are going to Game 5 again. I am losing it in here. This is awesome, man. What better way to start the career of this game, right? I'm so excited for the future of this because we are hosting the first official Omega Strikers Collegiate LAN, and this is great, guys.
Yeah, I mean,
3 rounds in, 3 Game 5s, definitely one of the most exciting launches of a game.
I'm feeling good, and I love, again, we're watching top-level players. People who understand this game to a whole different degree as we see these options come out, and suddenly this game, once again, is going to get a lot more chaotic. You don't get much stronger than this.
For sure.
This is where it all comes down to fundamentals and hoping that your upgrades have been good enough.
Yeah, and I hope all of you watching at home got a good look at that Awakening shot. Because everybody now has, what, 7 total, if my mental math is correct? Or 6? I don't know. But a lot is the point. So lots of stat boosts, lots of effect boosts, lots of cooldowns reduced. Wow, Asher is locking down this goal barrier, but I mean, we're in Game 5, guys. This is wild.
I mean, talk about the Awakenings, right? Dubu is the size of a mountain. Juno has slimes the size of a valley. The Rune has so much ability, but there's so much going on.
Yeah, and I do want to talk about, wow, never mind. I was just about to say that Rune took unstoppable, which gives you significant knockback reduction. And I was going to say it would help him stay alive against this team that has killed both him and Yachty quite a few times now. But again, my good old-fashioned caster curse. He gets killed right as I start talking about it. But the point still stands. This rune is now significantly harder to kill while still killable. But both of these... Oh, Asher used her core flip because she wasn't sure if she was going to get out of the banishment in time and just misses. That's a wasted opportunity there, but still staying alive. I mean, both of these goal barriers up. Never mind. We have an open net for Stockton, and Asher's special wall goes wide, but staying alive.
Yeah, I was very ready for Asher to, and it slips past the little bit of the primary, able to barely miss.
And thank you to our observers here real quick. I do want to take a look at some of the stuff that these teams are building, right? Because Rune, we do see the Castellast and Unstoppable. Dubu, we've said it is huge. Juno's blobs are huge. So, I mean, great builds and stuff.
Yeah, but looking at the other side, Stockton, Asher's abilities, she's got multiple of the primary. Not only that, wow.
Just like that.
Goodness.
Ole Miss for up 2 on match point, on set point.
This is,
no, bro.
Yeah, this is quickly getting out of control.
Sweep is right there.
Yeah, Ole Miss certainly scaling for late game right now. But, I mean, playing it well, as we do see Zentaro special come out. It takes down one goal barrier, and we've seen the first goal barrier go down fairly easily for both teams throughout this entire series. Ooh, but an early open net for Ole Miss. We haven't seen this in a while, so we'll see if Luna with a possible court flip, Zentaro with just a lot of overwhelming attacks, and see if they're able to capitalize on this open net. But we do have a Rune with a core flip and Juno coming very close. Dubu also has his. There's one down, and then wow, well defended.
I believe that core flip would have definitely taken out one of the goal barriers. That's one of the times where the little blobs got in the way a little bit and slowed down the core. But now we're seeing the pressure's up. Hope mentioned before, the pressure when Ole Miss's goal is open is amazing when it opens early. So now we're beginning to see where this pressure lies, but now all these upgrades are coming into play. Zentaro may have a super long dash, and these missiles might fly across the field.
Oh, wow, great job just blinking all over the map. Well played by Acorn on Zentaro. And I want to point out, after letting up 2 goals to start this series, Asher did not lose a goal barrier that round. Well, okay. But again, Chris again. But, I mean, that's improvement as we see both goal barriers go down again.
Yep.
Lots. Here comes the offense, right? I mean, Zentaro with no core flip now. Luna not particularly close either. Asher has hers for defensive, and there it goes.
Yeah,
good look. But
can Ole Miss break this curse right now?
Asher goes down. The blob hits
it.
the goal barrier. Can they get it in to close the game? Ole Miss trying here as Stockton tries valiantly to defend without their goalie. Asher coming back up here in just 3 seconds. She is back now.
Wow. Great.
Can they hold on?
Great defense from Acorn on Zentaro to stall for long enough for the Asher to come back. But this is
the blob! The Juno blob closes the game for Ole Miss. The reverse sweep is complete. Oh,
wow.
Oh, no.
What a way to close this game.